Yo. How's it going out there, doggone it? Can you dig it? This is a doggone nice Telecaster. The people from Wildwood Guitars sent this to me to play for you. That Telly looks so small. You know why? Because I'm a big son of a gun. And that Reverend guitar I have is a little bigger for the bigger fella. Look at this. This is a two-tone, so it's white on the back and surf green on the front. It's got the mother of toilet seat pick guard. Ebony fingerboard, you doggone right. This guitar, if you want to know the lowdown, it is a Fender FSR. That's factory special run for those of you who aren't hip to that little collection of letters. FSR. It's a two-tone Thinline Telecaster. A lot of alliteration there, ladies and gentlemen. You got your two-tone, you got your Telecaster, you got your Thinline. This one's 6.3 pounds. I could throw it right through the screen right now, as I like to say. Hit you right in the head, and it bounce right back like a doggone boomerang. Who knows what I'm talking about? I don't. There are Fender Custom Shop 51 Nocaster pickups in this rascal. See the matching headstock? That's kind of sexy! Yes, Michael, it is a present from Wildwood Guitars, but it's only making a pit stop here in the Gristle Room. In the orange room, it's a revolving door of guitars that come and go like a thief in the doggone night. Highway it. The now we highway it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's strange talk. Ebony fingerboard on this rascal. 12-inch radius, so it's really, really comfy to go. The phaser's groovy, isn't it? That was a little hot stuff, little Stones. How about this one? Shattered. Shadube. Am I right or am I right? You know what's great about this guitar is that in relative, oh, don't you hate that when your tuner finally is giving up the ghost and it's barely legible? It's so doggone faint. And then you try to find one of those damn little batteries and you realize you're all out of them. And then you gotta go down to the doggone Walgreens. Well, go down to the Walgreens, get some doggone batteries. I think it's a 2032 or one of those damn things. 3032, 3020, I can't remember. I'll find it though. Don't you worry. What I like about thin lines, folks, they just add a little air around the note. You know what I mean? I like to make it as this kind of an analogy. It's like, here's your fundamental note, right? It's like this, coming on strong. And then around it is like this little halo of woodeny goodness. That's what the thin line does. That's the way I like to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a mighty thin line. I think there's red ones too that they have. These are called the FSR two-tone thin line Telecasters. Ebony fingerboard. Yeah, the tuner is cheaper than the batteries. You ain't wrong. Yes, it is a beautiful axe, isn't it? You know, I am a sucker for two things. Surf green and mother of toilet seat, right? Mother of toilet seat. On my custom shop Strat I ordered years and years ago. In the glorious days of 1990 when I had a full head of hair and still dreams that weren't crushed. What? I ordered a mighty guitar from the Fender Custom Shop, and it was sonic blue, but it was a transparent sonic blue with that doggone ash underneath. And after a while, it turns into a kind of a delicious surf green. But this one, right out of the gate, is surf green with the mother of toilet seat, the mother of toy, as we like to say. I've never said that before ever. Mother of toy. And look at the back. It's white. Two-tone. You got the white on the back. You got some black trim. You got a doggone surf green in front. You got an ebony board. You got a 12-inch radius. Got a matching headstock, too. I wish I had a damn tuner that I could see. Oh, I don't know what that song was. It sounded like I was whining. Okay? I'm just going to apologize now. Woo! Ooh, careful now. That's a new tune of ours. We do it with the trio. Speaking of which, the trio is going to do a live show Saturday night, 5 o'clock Central Time. Go to my YouTube channel or Facebook portals, and Koch Marshall Trio will fly again like a mighty bird of prey, ready to swoop down with its razor-sharp talons. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! I just want to listen to that. Right? You just want to listen to some tunes, and you get devoured by a bird of prey. Who needs that? Well, tune in anyway. It's going to be fun. We're going to play some jams. Toby's going to come down. He'll have a very delicious mask on, I'm sure, covering his portals. And that's always an important thing, to cover your portals in this day and age. Because you know what? It's pretty simple. Just keep your spit and your snot to yourself, and I think it's going to be okay. Some people think that's a problem. That's their prerogative. But I simply put, keep your snot and your spit to yourself. Keep your snot. Say what? And your spit to yourself. Snot and spit to yourself. Keep your snot and your spit to yourself. It's not that hard. Keep your snot and your spit to yourself. It's not that hard. Wow. Public service message here from Drade on this delicious surf green two-tone Telecaster in an orange room. How about this chord? I like this chord because it brings out the Keith Richards in me. I'll never be your doggone beast of burden. So that little chord right there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking a B chord. I'm using my thumb there, and then I'm hammering on with my third finger to get that E triad. That's just cool, isn't it? Keith had some moves. Yeah, the Tascam Model 24 is killer. He's lost it, folks. Back away slowly. What would ever give you the impression? Like I've always been wholesome and even keeled before. Today's just another day. Am I right or am I right? Just another day in the orange room where madness prevails. You know why? Because if you don't have a sense of humor in this day and age, you know what's going to happen to you? You're going to go. It's like that. How are you feeling today? Well, I'm feeling a little. Really? That's a good little chord right there. I'm going to show you that chord. You know why? Because I'm a giver. Okay, so this is a chord. I actually learned this from an individual by the name of Roy Buchanan. At some point, he did this thing where he went during an A blues. I thought, I'm taking it, and then I decided to give it a little pre-bend, maybe a little volume or tone control wah. So it's you got the major third, the flatted seventh, the minor third, the flatted fifth of an A. It's hideous, but yet so satisfying. You'll be at the blues jam playing and you're going, I love my baby, I love my baby. And everyone's like not paying attention. It's this horrible situation. All of a sudden you're sitting in the other guitar players and you just go. All of a sudden, next thing you know, the lighting changes in the whole establishment. People pay attention. They're up dancing. And next thing you know, the singer's going, total mood changer. Play that chord, salvage any gig. You heard it here first. Could be true. I don't know. This day and age, you can say anything. You want some crunchy, 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 crunchy? rock and roll at all. It's good for your soul and good for your corns. For those who've turned in late, of course, this is our Tuesday night, Tuesday afternoon, whatever. It's Tuesday, and it's 3 p.m. Central Time, and now it's after that, but it's our 3 p.m. slot that we do. Wildwood Guitars. This is a guitar from Wildwood Guitars that they sent me to give it a good steadfast seeing to. And this is a Fender two-tone Thinline Telecaster with no caster pickups, and as you can see, it's white on the back, surfing on the front. It's got the mother of toilet seat pickguard. Oh, it's also got a ebony fingerboard, 12-inch radius. That means you can do all these. You'd speak to people like Albert Collins would. He'd use swears on his guitar. He'd use inappropriate language on his guitar. Right? I don't know what he's saying there. Something unsavory, I think. He was irritated. He was irritated. But as you can see, it sounds good with some heat. It sounds good clean. Sounds good with the phaser. Like that. It's one of the Eric Gale did that song and Cornell Dupree in Stuff back in the day. Right? Give us some Michael Jackson. I can't say as I know any. I can't say as I know any off the top of my cabase. Off the top of my cabase. Favorite Zepp album? That's a hard one. Phaser versus Univibe. Which do you prefer? I like both. Although lately I've been having fun with this doggone phaser. You know what? I've been listening to a lot of stuff as I do. Eric Gale always had that phaser going. I love, of course, Jimmy Page from Physical Graffiti on had the phaser working for him. And also the Savage guitar tandem of Steve Hunter and Mr. Wagner and Lou Reed's band of that Rock and Roll Animal record. You know where they're doing it? No, Kirk Fletcher has his own hat. That's a cool hat he has. It's not from my collection, though. Where's Dylan? He is not here today. You know, for the Wildwood things we've been doing, just myself, although I might be adding him in at the end of the Wildwood days. I'm going to run that by the boys. Do you play any Django? Every now and again, I'll do a little... Oh. Ah, shit. Something like that. I'll have to refresh my memory on that one. But that's a little Django tune called Tears. Tears for You. Can you dig it? Questions out there. I see some questions. Are your pedals still available? Yes, they are. They are indeed. They are available from my website. I sign them. I send them off to Chris, who does my website fulfillment. And if you buy a Gristle King through my website, I sign them personally. They're signed with my own sweat and tears. Oh, yes. And, of course, that pedal is a clean boost and an overdrive. I use it when I travel and I don't know what kind of amp I'm using, but since I developed the Greg amplifier with Koch amplifiers, this very amplifier you see to my left or to your right on the screen, everything you hear is going through that. Can you dig it? Stock strings? Yes, stock strings right out of the doggone cage, Spider. I'm wrestling with them. Pow, poo, pish. Can you dig? As you can see, it's a darn good sounding guitar. Now, I was going to say, it's not horribly expensive, and I say that within reason because a lot of times when you're dealing with a custom shop instrument, it can get into the thousands of dollars. And this one goes for, I think they have it marked at $18.99. Which is still a lot of money for a lot of folks. But in comparison to a lot of other things, Relatively cheap. Relatively cheap. Howie up. A real little chewy howie up. Working man. That's all I know. USA, you are indeed correct. The interview with Steve Lukather was great. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed that. The one with Andy Timmons just came out today. So if you go to the Wildwood YouTube page, you can engage in all the different interviews. They're all called Wildwood at Home. And we've done a whole bunch of folks so far, although there's a bunch still in the backlog that need to come out. I think the next one probably out will be the one with Deke Dickerson. And I did one with Charlie Hunter. I did one with Joe Satriani. The most recent one, I did Mark Lettieri. I did one with Robbie McIntosh from The Pretenders and Paul McCartney and all that cool stuff. Yeah, so check those out. Those are coming out soon. The one with, as I said, the one of Andy Timmons just came out. Tom just came on. Sorry I'm late. Nice to tell you. Yes, this is, my friend. It is a Wildwood special run that they did with Fender FSR. That means factory special run. If you ever hear them go, what's an FSR from Fender? It's a factory special run, dude. And two-tone Thinline Telecaster, alder body, maple neck with the doggone ebony fingerboard, mother of toilet seat. What's opulence? Makes you feel opulent when you got a guitar like this. Stand clear. Here comes Straight. All right? So you got some surf green. You have ability to pack some materials in here if you'd like. Whatever that might be. Maybe you can store some picks in there. Oh, I need one. Not easy to get out, but at least you know where they are. What? I like Thinlines quite a bit. I don't own one right now. Maybe I should get one again. Is there really room for another guitar? Voices in the background say no. And there's also there's a red one too that they have, right? It's not a custom shop model. It's got custom shop features on it. It's a Fender USA product. So, but it has a Fender custom shop, 51 no-caster pickups. So that's cool. 12-inch radius. You know what that means? You can bend those strings like a record-do. All right, let's switch guitars, shall we? Howdy, chilling in my LR in Santa Clara, California. How's it going out there? You could stick a Fluence battery in that cavity. You are right, Eric. Oh, and there's a Fiesta Red one as well. Hey, Greg, can I steal your licks? Go right ahead. I'll just make more and more and more because the power of caffeine is compelling. The power of caffeine is compelling. I heard one individual say at some point or another. It's time to grab that Lester. Am I right, Eduardo? Eduardo says grab that, what's that? Can you please some Royal Nichols? You know, I'm trying to think of a good Royal Nichols. Again, I can't think of one off the top of my head. I think I took this one. Hey, Greg, are you releasing a new record through Mascot label? Well, it's funny you should mention that because I just passed some new tunes by them and they seem enthused. So we're going to see. Hopefully it'll be sooner than later. The repeat date and time for your live session with Toby, that will be this Saturday at 5 p.m. Central Time in the U.S. of A here. Like a display, yeah, wait. Play something twangy, Drade. I think I just did. I like to twang it. I like the twang hit. All right, I'm switching guitars. I'm taking off my snarky snark. We're just hanging on by a thread. Dig it? White on the back, surf green on the front. It's got some mother of toiletry pickard, ebony fingerboard. Only 6 pounds. I could throw this thing right through the screen. It would hit your head. You'd say thank you. It would bounce back to me, and with your soul. And I would eat your soul for breakfast. It would be so delicious. But that sounds weird, so I won't do that. I'm plugging this guitar. I need to get a longer extension for these headphone monitor things I have, because I feel like it's yanking my skull back. And you know what? It is. It is doing those things. Thoughts on Jazz Masters? I dig Jazz Masters. Do you like Law and Order? No, I'm much more of a fan of Bedlam. I'm a fan of Bedlam. You mean the show Law and Order? The show Law and Order? Not really. I don't think I've ever seen it, to be honest with you. I know what it is, but I don't watch it. You can get a blue or a red one. Well, it's actually surf green, Spider. Spider! They stopped making Les Pauls when he dumped Mary Ford. Lester requested it until the proceedings were finished. You know what? People, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Can I show off the Spank It riff? I will. I can. Let's see what we got. This guitar right here is a Gibson USA Original Collection 50s Les Paul, but this is a Wildwood exclusive deal. It's got Wildwood spec 50s humbuckers, right? Tribute humbuckers. Yeah, that's it. Vintage 50s neck, dark cherry. So this is a Wildwood exclusive top on here. They're hand selected tops. Wildwood Select, I think they're calling them. Yeah, right. Am I right? It's a good sounding guitar. You know what I mean? I can't do it on this guitar. Amp sounds good, right? Guitar sounds good. Especially because these are pretty reasonably priced in comparison. Oh, my favorite Peter Green track. That's hard to say. There are so many good ones. I do like... You can't, exactly. You got to mention Danny Kerwin as well. Right? Guitar sounds good, I'll tell you what. Southbound. Sonic guitar, not too much money either in comparison to a lot of things. Beautiful dark cherry Wildwood exclusive select. I like it. Alvin Lee-ish. This piece is a little on the heavy side, but it sounds good. Savagery incarnate. This guitar is quite versatile. I dig it. A Rover. Bop, bop, burr, burr, bar. Oh, 10 years gone. Right? I've never really sat down with a lot of those. I just remember them off the top of my damn head. Sounds good. Again, folks, this is one of these Gibson USA, but Wildwood exclusive. What do they call this? It's a Wildwood Select 50s Les Paul with the exclusive dark cherry burst. Behold the burst. It's a beautiful axe. It's a beautiful axe. It's a hair under 3 Gs, which is diggity doggone it. In comparison to a lot of the custom chappy stuff, it's a doggone bargain. Who knows what I'm talking about? It sounds good. The Lester Paul Fish model. We did some Peter Green a little bit earlier, didn't we? Down. someone asked, is that the OTS in the amp right now? Actually, no, I just have the lead channel on, but without the boost or the OTS. What's interesting is the difference between the boost and the OTS is this. So the OTS has got a little bit more low-end thwackarooning. Right? Ooh. Can you dig it? Oh, Deep Purple. Like that, right? Yes, Sheik is it. I met a Sheik from Mozambique. All right. good one. Little Jeffrey Beckery there. Mm-hmm. I'll do the acoustic version of the Jerry's Breakdown. I gotta remember that son of a bitch. One of these days I'll get that down. The pickups on this doggone thing are they're Wildwood Spec 59 Tribute humbuckers. And doggone it, they sound good. Am I right? Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached 4 o'clock. Are they potted? That's a good question. I don't know. All I have down here is that there are 2 Wildwood Spec 59 Tribute humbuckers in this bad boy. And so this is obviously the Wildwood Spec custom shop Les Pauls are the cream of the doggone crop. And especially get a Tom Murphy aged and painted one, diggity doggone it, they're magnificent. But it's a lot of dough. So they thought, well, let's do something where we get some of the features of a Wildwood Spec without having full, all in with the cash frontier. So this is Gibson USA Original Collection Wildwood Select 50s Les Paul with the Wildwood exclusive dark cherry color. And the pickups on here are the Wildwood Spec 59 Tribute humbuckers. Can you dig it? I like it. It's beautiful. And not terribly expensive. Can you dig it? I'd like to come back to La Crosse, Wisconsin. We'll do it one of these days, Jared. We'll come on back up there. I do like Mark Loeffler and J.J. Cale. However, the time has come, ladies and gentlemen, for me to bid you a fond adieu. Tomorrow, I'm off. Well, I've got an interview tomorrow, and then probably a Skype lesson or two, I would imagine. There's no rest for trade. There's no rest for trade. What? Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're interested in any of these guitars or any of the various things that Wildwood has to offer, go to wildwoodguitars.com. I believe the particular guitars that I have in my hands here, both this Tele that I was manipulating earlier, and this Les Paul, both very, in comparison, I don't want to offend anybody if the guitars are so out of their price range, it's ridiculous, but in comparison to a lot of stuff, they're not as expensive. So check them out. This is the Fender FSR two-tone Thinline Telecaster ebony fingerboard, 51 no-caster pickups, and of course this beautiful two-tone color of surf green and white in the back. I believe there's a Fiesta red one as well. And then this bad boy that I just described earlier. So can you dig it? Will you dig it? And don't forget, folks, this Saturday night, 5 o'clock Central Time from my YouTube page and from my Facebook pages, we'll be going live with the Koch Marshall Trio, myself, my son Dylan on drums, and the mighty Toby Lee Marshall. So please tune into that and prepare to rock with a vigor and vehemence unparalleled. All right, see you later. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I appreciate it.